Morning to everyone and welcome to another update on the market. For today, I decided to cover USD versus Japanese yen. I will speak about the gold market, crude oil, and Bitcoin versus US dollar. I will start with the USD versus Japanese yen first. So basically what I found on this currency pair is a very strong support. We had rejection of this very strong support, because the previous swing high on the daily time frame around 144.60 mark now became a support, and yesterday market reacted and closed off the low. And today we can see, if we go to the hourly time frame, that we had the breakout of the previous swing high on the hourly and a nice hold this morning. So now this swing high on the hourly at 144.90 is intraday support for the USD yen. And as we can see in the last couple of hours, we can see that market is holding very well. Additionally, there is a breakout of the supply trend line and also potential. I did a projected trend line from this upper area and placed to the lower. So we have definitely potential and likely scenario for the USD yen to go higher. And we have some levels around, so we can see, for example, area around 145.60 and area around 146 mark might be in the play for the yen. So this area here looks like a very interesting area for like an upside objective, and we can also see the area around 146 mark. So potential for the higher prices. Now, alternative scenario at this point will be some kind of the bigger drop very aggressively to take this lower trend line and then to hold below. So it will need lots of work for this downside scenario to start to unfold. But yeah, that's the alternative scenario. And then if something like this will happen, or some bigger sell-off with hold below those lows, maybe we can even go on to 144.15, but the main scenario from my perspective, and most likely scenario, is to the upside. Speaking of the gold market, so we spoke about the channeling mode, and I mentioned yesterday it's also very likely that we may continue with upside, and upside scenario is present. And at this point, market is way too much extended. Metals way too much extended. Silver, gold yesterday, especially silver. So I will not be surprised if we can have some consolidation day or rotational day today. We also have this push, so might be also the area of the single prints to be on the test today. Some kind of the rotational environment to get closer to this rising trend line and some of the important pivot levels from the background. So I expect more rotational day. Market traded and took the previous day high at 1920, but we might see the rotation back to take the pullback lower, maybe attack the single prints at 1910, between 1910 and 1913. Of course, if this extended move can still hold like extended, there is a chance for the test of the next reference points at 1930. But again, in terms of where we are in the structure, this looks pretty extended in the last 2 days, and that we have some more odds for the pullback to some single prints or some towards this rising trend line versus this extended move to continue. But those are the scenarios that I'm paying attention. If we speak about the crude oil, the key cluster support is around 78.50 mark, and market actually had a buying tail. We left the buying tail yesterday. So buying tail, we will see if the market can actually break that and prove that we have some more sellers, and sellers are like in control, or we may have some more even consolidation here. We may build some kind of consolidation around this area. example for the upside scenario will be if the market will really go very aggressively, take the previous swing high, and then hold above for the higher prices, and then for potential test of 80.30 or maybe even 80.70. From the downside scenario, only if we take 77.95 and hold below, then that can open a door for 77.20 or even area around 74.80, 74 mark. And speaking of the Bitcoin versus US dollar, we actually had a breakout to the upside. This was something that I mentioned to watch for the breakout and hold. The breakout here actually pretty much was like a fake one, because the buyers kicked in very aggressively and left the buying tail. And now we have another push higher, and now we're basically just doing the consolidation here. You can see that the market is building this consolidation. So, also if we can see the breakout of 26,600 mark, we might see the retest of 26,830, and then try to attack the single prints area maybe around 27,300 mark. Of course, from other side, if market take the lows, we might see some kind of ABC and then potential rally. So this scenario will lead maybe to retest 26,200 or even lower before any further upside moves. So those scenarios are something that I'm paying attention. That will be all for this update, guys. I hope that you did enjoy. Trade safe as always, and speak to you from tomorrow morning.